All right, so excuse me. Today we're going to talk about startup costs for your online business. I'm Jackie Bardini. You can reach me at jackie@jackiebardini.com or look at my blog at www.jackiebardini.org. So basically what we're going to talk about today are common online business costs, including estimated prices. I'll give you a little bit of a guide here for understanding most of the fees associated with running your own business. And I'll include services and resources that I recommend and that I use. So starting with your own business definitely is not for everyone unless you want to make an unlimited amount of money. So if that's what you want, then it's definitely something you can do as an entrepreneur. However, if you're happy with your corporate job, then, go away. I'm not going to be offended. But this is really for people who are truly interested in starting their own business. So you people, you stay. The rest of you can leave. Okay? All right. I'm just kidding. So all businesses, whether it's online or not, require you have startup capital. So be prepared to put aside some money, some cash for this. So first, we're going to review the basics needed for an online business, and people will need to find you. So you're going to need a web address. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about is web hosting. So web hosting can cost about $150 a year. I personally use GoDaddy, but there's others out there. I like GoDaddy because they include things like a website, which is easy to build and customize. They have many templates that are available. And you can customize a template, say, if you're an attorney, and you want this big New York City skyline, or if you're doing something techie, they have, templates for that too. You can also have a site that if you're selling products, you can have, carts and things like that and ways for people to pay for them. So even if you're just a little computer savvy, you should be able to do this. And if you're not now, I promise you that you will be in the near future as you go through the process of an online business. And if you're interested in learning about some courses and strategies to do that, I am me, and we'll set up time to talk about that. Another strategy is to pass this on to one of your kids or a nephew or a niece. So if you don't have the skills or you don't have the time, so there are plenty of people who will teach you or, do it for you for cash. You can go, or you can just go the DIY route on this by learning a few skills of your own. On YouTube or Udemy. And Udemy is also a nice site to go and find people who will do things like that for you. So if you really want to learn and understand the business, I like Entresoft classes. They sell some really great classes about the business. I got my start with them, and I found it was worth every penny and then some. So I'm going to, after this class, I'm going to post my landing page if you're interested in looking at that. I'll introduce you to my mentor, Jeff Lerner, and he'll help you really understand how to be an entrepreneur and how you can have an unlimited earning potential with your own online business. I also like Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone's a leader in the space. I started following him in recent months. I really like his style, so he's another person you may want to check out. The next topic I wanted to get to was professional email addresses. Professionalism makes all the difference in your business. You spend all that time, that money, choosing a name, creating a web page. So don't blow it by using your AOL or your Google or Yahoo email address. Buy your own email address. It's the best way to portray that I'm a real business look. So I do recommend getting G Suite email, but you can shop around. GoDaddy does offer a cheap version of this in your web hosting, but a lot of their stuff that's sort of, one price includes a GoDaddy tag on it. So I don't think that's Professional, to me, that screams, this is bogus. I'm not going to work with somebody, they don't look like they're a real person, or you didn't take time to create your own business or your own email address. So it can actually detract from the professional business look you want to portray, and I don't recommend it. So save yourself the trouble of that mistake. Buy G Suite from the start. It's only about $5 to $10 a month, and you'll find it's well worth it. You can also connect that email, to your smartphone, and you have your business with you wherever you go, anywhere in the world, in fact. And that's the joy of the online business. The next topic is branding. I am super big on branding. I am a patent and trademark attorney. I have charged my clients anywhere from $500 to $800 to do a basic search and obtain a trademark for them just in the United States. But there's also this thing called the Paris Treaty, in which you can put together one application and get a trademark anywhere in the world. So if you're really thinking big, that's something you may want to think about. But I do recommend when you're just starting out, you can start with something small and just do a trademark in the United States. I think it's well worth it because it helps you build a professional name that can't be used by someone else. It also gives that look and feel of something special that your clients and customers can't, obtain anywhere else in the world. You're it, you're special, you're unique. How far you want to go with branding, is totally up to you, but I think it's worth it. It's worth investing in your branding. Now, the hallmark of an online business really is automation. It's the joy of an online business that you can set it up, it can become automated, and then you do what you want while it's doing the work for you, even while you sleep, for instance. But in the beginning, however, your new business will require a lot of your free time. You'll already be working long hours, especially when you're setting up or making changes in the business. So getting automated sooner rather than later frees you up to do things to make the business grow. So, be real. It will be the lifeline of your business to be automated. There are many companies that offer software for this purpose. Again, Entrasoft, Drip, ConverterKit, MailChimp are some that come to mind. Again, I've been using Entrasoft. They managed to put everything under one roof, so there's no trying to figure out how do you merge your email campaigns, your text messages, your landing pages, your funnels. You don't want them all from different companies, and if you can merge them under one roof, that is really desirable. So services for automation can cost you anywhere from $10 to $200 a month, depending on how many subscribers you have per month, and if you're doing things like A/B testing, design, or user segmentation. Next thing you want to set up are your funnels and landing pages, directing people directly to your business. This will take some practice to see what works, but it's, again, just part of keeping up with the business and figuring out what works best at attracting clients to you and your goods or services. Some big names in the business, again, Entrasoft, ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, Kajabi, Elementor. So while costs vary, these can run you anywhere from $25 to $130 a month. Again, here I use Entrasoft because of that one-stop factor. Believe me, one less step to take or another skill to acquire, or less skills to acquire, something you'll be happy with when time is short and you just want to see a return on your investment. There are other companies that do CRM for you. Microsoft Dynamics 365, Monday.com, Tableau CRM, and there's a free service called HubSpot. Now, again, all this automation depends on, how many clients you have. And in the beginning, your clients are your email list. So in the beginning, you probably shouldn't have that much money that you have to spend on this. It's as your business grows that you'll be, spending more, but you'll also be making more. So most of the things that I've talked about are one-time fees that you use to get started. But if you work hard, you'll be running into another year of business and hopefully success. Monthly fees add up. So if you're working at your current job but considering quitting to start your own online business, you'll need to consider other one-time startup costs. And here I have two pretty big startup costs that are important. First, you want to set up your business and form a corporation. I will be publishing my ebook on the many details of a corporation soon, but setting up a corporation is necessary for tax purposes and for liability, because I'm an attorney and I'm always thinking about liability. But setting up a corporation with an attorney can run you about $1,200. And DIY, you could probably do that for about $500. You'll also need an accountant. Doing it yourself is fine, but if you want to form a corporation, I have to warn you something about most accountants is that they'll want to do it for you if they're going to work for you. I ran into this with my business because I didn't think I needed, it's a no-brainer for me. I regularly set up businesses for people, but the accountant I worked with wanted to review this, at least review it, to see that it was in line with the requirements of the business he was advising me on. Of course, there was nothing to change, but better safe than sorry. And, believe me, you don't want the IRS knocking on your door. I got an audit once, and believe me, it was no fun. So, do that right from the beginning. Depending on the accountant and what part of the world you live in, fees usually run hourly, anywhere from $150 to $400 per hour. There are some accountants and attorneys, for that matter, that charge a flat rate, but still some charge by the hour for special services. I do recommend that you shop around because, not all accountants will know the intricacies of online business system and the deductions which you're entitled to. One of the things I learned was about, for instance, all this education that you will be paying for and getting, and your startup costs, they're all tax deductible. Food is tax deductible, I think 100%, whereas if you have a brick and mortar business, the deductions are not as robust. So some things that you learn as you get into new businesses, and you want to make sure that you pick an accountant that is knowledgeable about that. So I think we have a couple of questions I've been getting while I was speaking. Somebody asked me, what is a CRM? CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. So they track sales and marketing and, all the things that we were talking about, your funnels and your clients, keeping relationships with your clients, sending them emails and, text messages and things like that keep you in touch with them. That will remind them that of your business, that, hey, I'm here, you reached out to me, and let's keep in touch. And, I spoke to somebody who once said, he had some guy following him for many years, and he was getting these automated emails all this time, but he didn't buy something till 3 years into the relationship. So your emails are your relationship with people, and you do need to maintain customer relations. So hence the CRMs and all the automation that I was talking about earlier. And I have one more question. They asked, what's user segmentation? That's basically a process where your users, your clients, your customers are separated into segments. And basically that's based on different demographics, maybe languages they speak, software they use. What else? Okay. So stuff like that. They break it down for you, and they might give you statistics on it because you decide, hey, this product or service is more appealing to people that I know are in this socioeconomic class, or, use this particular type of software, and this is how my business will affect you. So you can really target your audience. You know, why waste money on advertising and pitching to people that are probably not going to be interested in your product or service? And let me see if there are any more questions. I don't have any more questions. So listen, I am going to end this teaching. I appreciate that you came very much. And this should be on the page in our group for some time. I'll leave it up there for you so you can listen to it. I'll also take more questions as we go forward on the group. I hope to tell people about it. I hope you found some value today. Thanks for coming.